What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today. ZBCN. It is the 6th day of April, and here we are sitting at about $0.0027. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. 9 hours, 35 minutes left in the day. Let's get into it, okay? So yesterday I made a video basically at the same prices saying that I do believe we're going to go higher. It's a little bit skeptical at first just because of the lack of volume here. It's not a complete lack of volume. We did a volume increase as we're moving higher, which is nice. What we're doing right now is we're just back testing prior resistance as support, and I think we're finding that right now. We were even at lower prices yesterday, if I remember correctly. We closed right at this prior point of resistance. Our closing low was right at the closing high here. We're finding support where we found support before back in these areas as well. That's a good thing, right? Like if we were pumping up, this is a bull trap little double top fake out. I don't think that we would be holding up right now like we are. I want to look at the short-term stuff and see. I mean, there's still a lot of time left in this day. We absolutely can move lower. But I do believe we have higher to go, and I wouldn't say a lot of that comes from this, but the idea really does stem from this little bit of price action here. Let me just make sure. Okay, no, it's this. It's all the way back here. Is this trend line. The idea stems from this idea that we could be going either to or just above this trend line, somewhere in this area. Maybe we fall just short of it. You know, here we reached for it and we fell short. We're probably about the same distance away here as we were there. But I do think we're going to continue moving higher. And there is a chance, again, there is a chance that we do get above this trend line. Now, what I will say is whether we stop just below, whether we stop right at it, whether we go just above it and stop there, I don't believe we're going to get a forcive move like this. What I do believe is going to happen is that if we get above this trend line, everybody who talks about Zebec is going to tell you that a move like this is coming. And I believe that even the people who don't talk about Zebec might start to talk about it. It's going to take notice around the crypto space. People are going to pay attention to this, and they might make plays on it at the worst possible time. I think that'll be a really good time to sell if you're looking for short-term stuff. If you're holding for the long term, you don't even think about selling, right? Just don't buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I mean, in time, you're going to see crazy, crazy stuff. Absolutely. Probably not this year of 2026, but still. Nonetheless, I believe we will continue to grow. We probably do see prices that are close to that 003, 0035, maybe even a little bit higher than that area. I don't believe we get to 004. Maybe we get just below there, but I digress. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll zoom out from there. Okay, 1 hour time frame here. I don't know if I'd call this a bull flag. It certainly is bullish structure, though. I don't know if I'd call it a bull flag. Maybe like this it was, but I mean, maybe it could be. It definitely looks bullish in nature, though, and I think that you do want to continue moving up. Yeah, I mean, probably pretty soon this week, I would expect that you do move up higher. Looking at this on the RSI, you're holding support here. Higher lows. You're kind of doing something funky here where before you were just touching this area and then bouncing, right, every single time before. This is a little bit different, and different behavior can beget different results. But for now, you're holding up. I think you're okay. Different behavior in the RSI, also different behavior in the price, and you're holding support at prior resistance. I think we can cut you some slack here. The stochastics are weird, but so is the price action. I'm not going to weigh on that. The MACD is giving us very bullish implications here. Absolutely it is. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This is the 1 hour time frame. I wouldn't be surprised if within the next 24 hours we saw some movement back toward this high. Does that mean that we have to get above it necessarily? No. I wouldn't be surprised if we did. I wouldn't be surprised if we were moving up above 003 in the next 24 hours. But perhaps we come up here and then we come back down. And we're just meandering, and then maybe not 24 hours later, but 48 hours later we move up. But I wouldn't be surprised if this move comes to view here maybe this week, if not over the coming like 2 weeks. So that's exciting. That is exciting. It depends on how we perform. You know, if you move up here, if we see some movement here and there's not really a whole lot of volume, we'll probably move back down and perhaps even go lower than this low. Moments like this, they can be deceitful. It might seem like we're breaking out, but really what's happening is we're just furthering the pattern, and maybe we are forming some type of like more proper channel. There's a scenario where we could quote unquote break out from this little area and still move lower and still inevitably break out to the upside. It just depends on how we do it. We'll know that this breakout is real if we see volume increasing. And not just like a little bit, but like increasing. It doesn't have to be more than this, but more than that would definitely be incriminating. However, if we see more volume than what we saw here and we don't see a higher high, that would definitely also be incriminating that we move back down. Doesn't mean death and destruction. It could. But I'm still thinking one way or another we're going to work our way up here. So just some things to pay attention to as we move higher. Okay, 4-hour RSI looking good, looking dominant, looking very bullish. I hope it's obvious as to why. Real quick, draw a line right here at the 50 level, the midway point in the RSI. Any and all RSIs ever on any time frame, the 50 is the midway point, right? Because it's from 100 to 0, so 50 is literally right smack dab in the middle. Most of the RSI's existence is above the 50. A lot less of it is below the 50, right? That in itself is bullish behavior, typically. Neutral at times, but bullish overall. Getting overbought, not getting oversold. Bullish behavior, okay? Look at that. It's like a frowny face, but he's like, that's the bears right now. They're like, why did I sell? The bulls are like, we're coming for you, bears. We're going to get you. Anyways, 4-hour time frame, stochastics right at the 50, perfect area to bounce. The MACD's crossed red, but overall you're bullish. I don't really care. You cross red here and then you continue to grow. You were bullish here, you cross red and you continue to grow. It doesn't really matter. You could, again, this could be an example or an expression that we do have lower to go still, but it depends on what we do. We flip green here. We get higher, we get some volume coming in. I see no reason why this week, if not sometime next week, we wouldn't be up at this 0036, 0034 area. Daily time frame here. Yes. You have bearish divergence. Bearish divergence. We're going to sell off. I know something about technical analysis. They're the same people who are going to be like, technical analysis doesn't mean anything because they're reading it wrong. They're reading it wrong. Lower highs here, higher highs here. You did have bearish divergence. That's correct. You did. And the move that you saw right here, this little move down, that was enough. That was all you needed. Now the bearish divergence is completed and you can move up higher. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Maybe it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're moving up right now. Yeah. MACD looks good. It all looks good. You had a false cross here. I mean, dude, you look great. I think Zebec has more to go. We're going to look for the signs of topping off. I'm not seeing them here. Okay. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and happy Monday. Bye-bye.